Hey guys, so today we're doing something a little bit different. I actually did some matches, some friend matches against D-Free. I'm sure you guys know who he is. If not, I will leave his channel in the description below. Make sure to check him out. He's, at this point, I would say easily one of the best players in the world. Very, very skillful player. He knows everything about the game. And we've actually been fighting each other for a long time. I think at this point it's been over a year. We used to fight each other way back, like even before the first anniversary came out. We would like do friend matches and stuff. And obviously we've both improved dramatically since then. So this is something we haven't done in quite a while, but we did used to fight a lot. And I figured I wanted to show off this new age God Key team because I got the 4 stars on Vegeta, and I haven't used Kaioken Blue Goku in a long time. So we're gonna go through about 4 matches I have pre-recorded here. And then we'll just sort of, do some post commentary on it as we go through. We did like about 7 or 8 matches, but I'm only going to show the 4 best ones, I believe. This first one, we weren't sure. So neither of us was sure if we were going to be doing Rising Rush or not. So I think this first one has Rising Rushes in it, but then the other 3 do not. So I'm using God Goku here. He's using Hybrid Saiyans with Zenkai 7 Gohan, which is fair because I'm using Zenkai 7 Beerus. So this is, oops, I don't know why I did that. This is a fairly, evenly matched setup, I would say. I think Beerus is quite easily better than everyone on his team, though. So I don't know, but he does have the type advantage over me mostly because I have 2 greens, he has 2 purples, but that doesn't matter that much. So go ahead and transform both of us. Sort of just feeling him out here. Because again, I haven't played him in a long time. So I go for the strike. Sort of just buying time. I get right there, I definitely would have used my rush if I had known we were using rushes or not. I just didn't know. So I just was holding it. But yeah. The good thing about friend matches is that if you're playing with somebody there's going to be like 0 lag. There's not going to be any DCs. There's not going to be any of that stuff you have to worry about. So you can kind of just like play out without having to worry about any of that stuff. And also, there's no like shenanigans where it's going to like lag or whatever. So yeah. So he goes ahead. He used the rush there, which is fine. At this point I didn't know we were going to use rushes, so that's like fine. I guess that opens the door for me to use mine then. So, luckily I was able to sack off my Vegeta. Obviously he had like very little health left, so I was completely fine with that. I think we have, Kaioken's coming in here, which is good, because fighting against the Gohan here, Beerus would get shredded by this Gohan. So I predicted that switch, so we're going to get this in. Goes to, I think I Rising Rush him here, if I'm not wrong, yeah. That makes sense. I also could have went into Beerus. I don't remember if I used my main or not. I don't think I did. Only problem with that is if I go into Beerus and use my rush on this Gotenks, then I won't have my rush for then I won't be able to use my rush on the other purple enemies, and he'll be locked in for 10 counts because I only have 2 characters left, so I don't know if I would have done that. I think rushing there was the right move. Alright, so use that. I have 5 seconds left of my transformation. Something else to keep in mind as well is the fact that this Kaioken Blue Goku, is really not conducive to no Rising Rush matches because the matches go for so long that his transformation is really not super useful. So just keep that in mind as we go through this. I should use my green before tapping, so that was a misplay on my part. I gotta go for taps here and kill him. Yeah, I do. Okay, and then Gohan comes in, and this is where things get really scary because this Gohan, the last man standing, like, he can destroy me. Even Beerus, he can destroy him. So I'm just trying to buy some time for the Kaioken to come back in. He catches me there. I thought he was going to go for a tackle. But yeah, look at that damage. Like, against Beerus, that damage is crazy. Beerus doesn't take damage like that. So luckily I was able to get Kaioken Blue back in time to take this ult. And yeah, I'm just trying to make him use his Vanish here. And at this point, we're kind of just doing like the revolving door of Goku comboing, switching out into Beerus, stalling, getting Goku back in, comboing some more, and then just continuously doing that if possible. So we bring Beerus back in. I think I backflowed here. No, I don't. He does for the tackle. Go for that. I think I just try and stall. He's going to kill me here. Yeah, that's insane damage versus Beerus. I think Beerus is dead. Yeah, goodbye. I think I go and use my green here. I do. To see, I think I tap him here. I do not. It's hard to remember exactly everything I did. These were all recorded a few days ago at this point. So, I think this. Yeah, I think this is the end here. All right, that was a pretty close match. I mean, again, it's difficult to you know, 2 greens versus 2 purple. Whatever. It was a good match. We'll move on to the next one. All right, so this one he is using Saiyans. And I'm going to be using the same team throughout this whole video. So these four fights are all going to be me using the God Key team, because that's what the video is supposed to be about. And I think he switches between 2 or 3 teams. He uses, the first match obviously was those hybrids, this one's Saiyans, and I think he uses LOE at one point as well. So we'll see that at some point. So what I have to be aware of here is Super Saiyan 4 Goku is going to be the biggest issue, for sure, if he brings him. Yeah, I remember him bringing him. That was a really well-timed green card by him. I keep forgetting that that's a or a fast animation, so that I can't really dodge it and then attack him immediately. So this is the reason why Super Saiyan 4 Goku is a problem. It's really hard to... Okay, well... I messed up there. I should have just went in with Vegeta immediately. But, got that priority here. He does have a Zenkai 7 Red Goku, which I'm not really too familiar with fighting, because not many people actually have him at Zenkai 7. He's one of the ones I've seen the fewest times used, in my experience. But this doesn't mean he's bad, right? He's definitely not bad. Probably the weakest Zenkai 7 unit in the game, but that doesn't mean he's bad, right? He's still Zenkai 7 unit. Kid Goku is also very annoying to fight against. He's so tanky. He has that endurance. Here comes Super Saiyan 4. I misplayed there. I should have easily countered that with a strike card, but was too slow reacting to it. If you guys ever get the chance, you should try and record your own fights and then watch them. Yeah, I don't know why it's lagging there. Sorry about that. You should try and record your own fights and watch them, because it lets you see what you're doing wrong a lot more easily than if you're just fighting in real time. Because when you're fighting in real time, you just forget about it, right? And just move on to what the next play is going to be. But if you're watching a recording, it's like, okay, well, now I noticed that my reactions weren't really good enough for that, and then also made a mistake there. I should have tapped him instead of switching to Vegeta. But I did manage to get this guy in time to tank his hits from Super Saiyan 4. So, a little bit of lag there, but that's fine. It's not something that's going to continue. So he does the tackle step, try and buy some time, I guess, for whoever to switch in. Alright. Go for the taps here. I only have 5 timer counts left in my transformation, and there's over 100 counts left of the fight. So this is not looking good for me. Yeah, this is why it's hard to, again, use this guy in non-Rising Rush matches, but it is what it is. I don't really care too much. So Beerus gets beat up by Kid Goku. Again, like, look how... This is Zenkai 7 Kid Goku fully starred, right? He's taking, like, almost no damage, and that Gohan in the last fight, obviously, he has type advantage, but that was crazy damage that he was doing to us. Like, even Super Saiyan 4 Goku's not even doing anywhere near what that Gohan was doing. Alright, so... This guy's timer is going to run out, so I figure at this point this guy's pretty much going to be a liability more so than an asset to my team. So it's just like, okay, you can kill him if you want, but I threw in Vegeta in there. The only reason why I think I saved that Goku was because he would be pretty good against Super Saiyan 4. But that's really the only reason I would do that there. And I think obviously more than having 2 green units, I need to have that guy there, because trying to kill the Super Saiyan 4 Goku with 2 greens is not going to be easy or fun. So got him there. He's going to switch out here, I think. No, he doesn't. Okay. That was a desperation move, because I had no other option, and I had no Vanish, so I just tried to go for that just in case he decided to maybe Vanish it so I could tap attack him afterwards. Didn't work out for me, so this is a very bad position to be in. I basically have a permanently crippled yellow Goku, and then this Beerus is like basically dead. This is not going to do too much. What am I at here? Yeah. Trying to get my Vanish back there. Go for the taps here. Okay, cool. I go immediately because I just try to switch it up every now and then. If you go immediately every time, then it's obvious what you're going to do, but what I try to do is I try to switch up my timing if I'm playing a good player, and I know he's a good player, so that's why I'm doing that. If I do the same timing every time, then they're going to know exactly when I'm going to be attacking, when I'm going to be waiting. So I try and like do maybe like 2 times where I wait, 2 times where I don't wait, 1 time where I wait, stuff like that. So I try and switch it up every now and then so that they don't, you know, get into a habit of being able to predict everything I do. So at this point, I pretty much lose. So what my goal is at this point is, if I'm going to lose, I want to try and make it so that it's a timeout instead of me dying. So I'm trying my best to not die. That's just what I'm doing here. I got lucky with that because if he had sidestepped one more time, he would have vanished me and killed me probably. So here I'm just stalling. Got 8 counts left. Get my vanish back. Okay, I go immediately because again I want to switch my timing up every time. And then that's pretty much the match. I don't technically die, but I still lost because of the damage thing, right? So that was a good game by him for sure. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, so this is where he is using LOE. He has a Zenkai 3 cooler. He has a very free-to-play team, I can see that. All his units are they were acquired with free-to-play crystals, including Zenkai 3 cooler, all the Z-equips. Very free-to-play friendly team going on here. So I'm actually going to forward this because no one wants to watch this. Let's see. Okay, here we go. So I believe he leads with cooler. I think. Does he? Yeah, he does. So I try and just okay, let me just pause for a second because this is an important point here. So I was playing LOE a lot last season during the Triple RP season, and I didn't really play him too much prior to that because prior to Zenkai, I honestly wasn't really playing him that much. But one of the good ways to counter blast armor units I found was that from mid range you would just straight up just strike attack first. So if you're in mid range, like exactly what I did here, right? I sort of like was backing up and going forward or whatever. And just like dancing around in mid-range. And the best way to actually do this is because they're going to instantly strike attack whenever you do anything from mid-range. So if you just go strike first, they're going to try and strike you afterwards, but it's going to give you priority. So that's exactly how I started this. I just did this and then immediately went for the strike attack. And I feel like that's a good tool you can use. The only way it could backfire is if they, instead of trying to strike through whatever you're doing, is they actually just vanish you, and that's really bad. So it's a little bit risky, but I think if you're fighting a good player, they'll always try and go for the priority with their strike cards because they want to take advantage of blast armor. And that's something that got me a lot early on, trying to play against better players with high RP values. I would always lose priority from people just going for the strike card in mid-range, and that would hinder my strategy a lot. So here we are, he vanishes that, that's pretty bad, but I have Beerus there to help. I think I take this with Beerus, yeah. It takes a little bit of damage there, but it's Beerus, so. What do we got here? Tries to go for that. I think I get hit by this, yeah I do. At this point I'm like fumbling around, trying to find my footing here, but get comboed with Frieza. There's Cooler. He goes for the ult, so I can switch into Vegeta. Vegeta does get 40% cover cut. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like he does nothing. He's just very squishy. So I go for the green, I believe, to get a little bit of extra healing going. And then I think, does he go for a tackle? He does not. Okay. See, that's what I did. He was actually super fast, so sometimes you can just end in a clash if the enemy is very, very quick with their reflexes. But a lot of the time that would happen, and then the enemy would be late to react, and then you would just get priority. So that's what I tried to do again there. It didn't work out, but the worst that can happen is you get a clash, right? Or if the enemy's going to vanish, that's really bad, but sometimes it can't be helped. So Beerus takes a lot of damage. I had to pop that just in case he had another blue card. I would have died from it. Get that little bit of extra healing from Beerus. I had to drop the ult. I didn't really care about the ult at that point, so I want to get this transformation going because I know this match is not going to go to the timer because LOE. Get the combo going with Kaioken. Okay, there's a tackle. That was his big mistake this match, is getting that tackle. I made a tweet about this, but I don't think you should really ever use tackle, like, except for when you're doing the tackle step thing that a lot of people do, like this right here, or not that. When you go like sidestep and then tackle, into like an arts card, sidestep, tackle into an arts card. Like that's just to stall time. But if you're talking about just like from straight up mid-range, I don't think you should ever tackle. It's really bad because it's really easy to counter. If you're fighting somebody who's like knows what they're doing, if they have a strike card, you're gonna get crushed. So I don't recommend people do tackles from mid-range just like that. I don't recommend people do that. I was slow to react there. I had a strike card in my hand, but if I was actually like ready for it and paying attention, then I would have easily countered that, and it would have been bad for him. Okay, so do that. Back up. He goes for the single. That's really good on his part. I messed up. I assumed he was going to go for the multiple tab attacks, but didn't work out. Goes for that. Can dodge. Go immediately. Get the kill. I think I'll put my main here to get the vanish back. I do. Pop my green as well. I think he's sidestepping. No, he's not. Okay, so we do that again. Clash again. A lot of clashes with Blast Armor units. It's just something you just got to get used to. I think I do go for this. Yeah, I do. It does kill. Nice. Yeah, I think I stay in. So, 10 timer counts left. And I think that's going to wrap this one up. Yeah. Alright, so we got one more to show, and then we'll call that a video. Alright, so this one is against, once again, hybrids, so the same team he used in the first match. He only used these 3 teams, I believe, in this session. I don't think he used any other teams. But, I mean, 3 teams is good. It gets some good variety on here. Something else you can do, obviously, with friend matches is you can, agree to not use Rising Rush. You can use specific units you want to show off. So what I'm thinking about doing during the anniversary is, I was actually talking to D3 about this, is we could actually take like the new units on our teams and exclusively show off the new units so that we can get as much gameplay as possible with them exclusively. So if you guys want to see that, if you guys want to see matches with D3 again during the anniversary with actual voice chat this time and not being a post recording in terms of the voiceover, let me know. The only reason why we couldn't do a voice chat this time is because he was busy. I think he was just playing me like when he was like doing something else or whatever. But next time we'll try and get the voice in here where we're like talking over Discord or something while we're playing. So he goes for Gotenks. He's destroying me right now. Use the green card, get the healing up, and just trying to feel him out here. One of the big, I'm gonna pause for a second. So one of the big strategic moves I've been trying to master, well, it's not really hard to do, but that I've been doing more recently, is drifting to mid-range and then just trying to do a blast card, because it catches people off guard. When you see somebody drifting to mid-range, a lot of the times they're going for a tackle. So instead of going for the tackle, I like just going for the blast, because it gives you that little extra second if they're going to vanish you. It gives you the chance to tap or vanish. And most of the times tapping, I think, is the better option, because people don't have the reflexes most of the time to back up after that. So notice, by the way, Gohan has 3.3 million health. It's insane. So I do get him with that. Unfortunately, we're not going to do too much damage here because I'm green. He's Zenkai 7 purple Gohan. And he's going to do insane damage to me in return because I messed up. So we're going to go into you, eat this Gohan's damage. By the way, he knows I hate this Gohan. He intentionally brought that Gohan. So my mission, I messed up on that one too. I thought he was going to drop the combo, and he did, but I was too late. My mission in this video is going to be just to, this fight is going to be just to kill that Gohan. As long as I kill that Gohan, I'm content. I need that Gohan out of here. So he goes like that. I wait for the sidestep. I get him. And then I'm like, okay, I might as well just try and just, do as much as I can. He brings the Gohan in. That was a mistake on his part, I think. He should have left the Gohan in. He saw me switch out of Kaioken recently, but I think at this point, this Gohan is a goner, because I could just combo him with the 2 times card draw speed and then ult him. This Vegeta's main ability is still insane to this day. Like, one of the best main abilities, probably. Just the card draw speed's crazy. There's another tackle that I would not recommend doing. Get the vanish there. I think I go for the transformation. Yeah, I'm already pretty low on health, so I don't think the timer is going to be that big of a deal in this one. Dodges that. He goes immediately, which is good on him because that's a long animation. So Even through Kaioken's defense, he's doing a lot of damage. And keep in mind, this Vegeta has 40% cover cut, and he's still doing this much damage to me. So I am probably dead here, unless I live with like 1 health. I live with 1 health. Okay. Hey, that's the value of that extra star I just got on him. If I didn't have that extra star, he would have died from that. Okay, so he's comboing me here. I go for that. I fall for the bait. He waited a long time there. He waited longer than he usually waits. So I think I decided to throw away Goku here. Do I? I don't remember. No, I don't. I think I'm waiting for like a special move or something. I don't care about eating those damage, those tackles like that. Okay, I think I go up to him here. I do. He backs up, which is good. That's what you should do in that situation. So Goku's dead. I have pretty much no way to ever kill this Gohan at this point. I think I pop my main here. I do. So you're dead. Beerus just gonna kill you. Sometimes you just can't avoid getting killed by Beerus' ult because it just does so much damage. So he's dead. And then we have to figure out a way to take care of this Gohan, which probably is not going to happen. Taps me. That was good. I shouldn't have used my blue card there, to be honest. That was a mistake. So he gets me with that, and I think I'm pretty much dead here. Go for the blast, get him with that. I mean, at this point, I'm not doing like any damage to him, so I'm just thinking like, okay, I need to try and win via stall and just out damage him, which I don't know even if I can do that. But I get him with this. You know, we're alive. That's all that matters at this point. I think it's still a winnable game. It's just very unlikely. Look how much my blast damage is doing. It's doing like literally nothing. I can remove his buffs here actually, if I can get him with a green card, which is going to be helpful. I actually do get him with a green card here, so get rid of all of his buffs. But this guy can actually get them again. Every time he gets hit, he does get that damage boost. So that's very, very annoying. Trying to get my Vanish back. I should have used that earlier. I could have clashed there. But I think that's probably going to do it for this one, right? Yeah. I think he actually special moves me. Yeah, he does. Alright. So, those are the 4 matches that I had for today. Let me know if you guys enjoyed that. Again, I will leave a link to D-Free's channel in the description below. Make sure to check him out. I'm sure you guys know of him. I'm sure you guys are subbed already. But in case you aren't, I definitely recommend checking him out. He's a very knowledgeable player in the game. Entertaining person to watch on YouTube. So, yeah, definitely check him out if you haven't. Hope you guys enjoyed again. And I will see you all in the next one.